Hey everybody, this is Mark with Untitled Chapter, and in this video we're going to check out some pretty awesome karaoke microphones. So these are not your average microphones that you're going to be getting up on stage and singing with. These are professional, so they claim. But what's even more interesting is that you see right here, there's no wire. There's no wire attached. It's actually going to a wireless box on the ground, which is actually then going into an audio recorder, which is again going into this camera. So the whole video and right now is what you're hearing is coming from this microphone. So what's even more neat about this is that it comes with two microphones. They're both wireless and there's really no setup needed. So you can have two people singing, or for I like, a two-person interview. So we can bring in a second person here and they can have their own microphone. They don't have to share with me. I don't have to kind of give it to them. So it's a lot nicer and easier this way. And hey, you get two. Setup was actually incredibly simple. All you had to do is install batteries into the microphone, attach the antennas onto the receiver, turn both on, and it was good to go. It automatically pairs with the frequency. I never had to adjust the frequency at all. And it even displays right here on the screen on the microphone in case you want to know, and it also says it right there on the box. Now the box itself is fairly simple, but it does have a couple of really nice features. First, it has two outputs, which is something that most people don't really even think about, but I'm a big fan of it. Because it allows you to output to two different devices at once, we can have one going to the speakers and one going to an audio recorder, which is really awesome. It uses a larger connector, not your standard 3.5 millimeter, but if you have a Zoom like I have, it will plug right into the XLR port because it has a hole in the middle for it, and that is how you can record and get good audio. On the front, we have a screen which will show us all the information about the microphones as well as the frequencies. There's also two volume knobs for each microphone that you can adjust right there. And if you're using something like a Zoom right here, you can also adjust the volume there as well. So I just like to keep the volume at full maximum on the box and then adjust it later in the camera and on the Zoom. As you can tell, this is a very comically large microphone. It's about the size of my head and it's a little bit heavy. It's made out of metal, which is nice, but it makes it a little bit heavy. But it doesn't really get over the fact that this is a very huge microphone. Audio quality is actually fairly decent. For something this price, I wasn't expecting the audio to be that great, but I'm surprised. It sounds halfway decent. And especially because it's wireless setup, it works very well. For the most part, the built-in pop filter works fine. It's not the best, and I would have liked to have something better for, all the peas and the popping, which you're probably hearing right now. So maybe we can get something pulled off of another microphone, put something on here, which would work better. For the most part, handling noise is kept down to a minimum. You don't really hear much of the tapping, the thumping on the microphone. It's fairly well isolated, which is nice. And it really helps with audio quality, especially if you're recording like we are. So while these are karaoke microphones, they're very, very good. I love them, especially for interviews and documentaries and even stuff maybe like this is probably not the best setup, but it works good for this. And it's just overall a really nice microphone to have. It's something that I'm always going to keep with me and make sure I have. That way I will ensure that I never have bad audio and we can get nice wireless audio. Usually don't get wireless audio for cheap, and this is a really nice thing to have. Overall, I'm a huge fan of these microphones. If you want to check them out and pick one up, I'll drop a link to it down below. If you like this video, leave a like and hit that subscribe button for more videos like this. This is Mark with Untitled Chapter, and I will see you in the next one.